Hi everyone, I am Ishika, self-taught abstract artist, and today we'll be talking about how NFTs have changed the whole perspective for us as artists, as individuals, and how it has actually changed the way we look into making art, selling art these days. And I have with me Cesare. Can you please introduce yourself properly, Cesare?
Yeah, yes, of course. Hi, good afternoon, Ishika. Good afternoon to everybody. My name is Cesare, so in English Cesar, but in Italian it's Cesare Catania. As I usually say, I'm an artist, but I am also a worker of emotions. So let's say that in which way artists and me usually work with emotions. Okay, let's say that sometimes we can do that by oil on canvas, sometimes we can do that by sculpture, but sometimes we can do that even with digital art and even with NFTs. So in which way I entered the NFTs world? Let's say that it was by chance. It was in the 2017, mostly for a couple of purposes. The first one was because I had the need to explain better to my collectors my cubism and my informal art. So I started doing digital art with Blender, just doing animations and to better explain them.
Yeah.
The second purpose was because I had the need to create copies of one of my most popular sculpture, which is called The Man Who Does Not See. I had the need to create something which was much more affordable. So I asked for industry which was producing a 3D scan in the 2017. So it seems it's close, but it's very far in the 3D printings. So I asked for an industry to rent me a scanner, a 3D scan from Canada. In an Italian university, they came to my gallery, to my art gallery, and they acquired everything, and we were able to print the copy of the sculptures.
That's fantastic. And I really liked what you wrote on your website about making art. You wrote, art is a continuous dialogue between man and the universe. I was like, wow, yes. And that's what I find in your art. They are fantastic. And now I'm going back to my other speaker. Please introduce yourself for the audience.
Yeah, so hi everyone, I'm Alejandro. From Colombia, Metados artist and co-founder and art director. And I'm a mixed media artist. I do a little bit of everything, 3D, traditional art, also 3D printing, animation, and I'm also a tattoo artist. So NFTs kind of allowed me to combine all of these techniques into a project that I think it's kind of original and that we are exploring like the frontier of what we can really do in the metaverse, and I really want to bring like the tattoo industry and identity into the metaverse. So that's kind of my approach to NFTs.
That's brilliant. And Cesare, how are you finding the bridges between traditional art and then into NFTs? How's the journey going so far?
Okay, let's say that there is not a really specific answer, or in a way, I mean, inspirations, they are inside. So the kind of artwork is just a phenotype of the same inspirations. So it depends on in which way I would like to underline my inspiration.
Yeah.
The real question is why NFTs and metaverse, they are so important. Let's say that right now we are living in a reality which is, anyway, the reality that is around us, okay? But when we would like to enter the metaverse, we have to do a choice. So we have to choose or staying in the metaverse or staying in the real reality. In the future, probably we will live a real reality which will be boosted by metaverse. So metaverse, why is so important? Because it will allow us to live 100% our lives. And why NFTs are so important? because the NFTs, they will be the only real content of the metaverse. So digital arts and in general even arts, they will be the only content that will be allowed in the metaverse. So this is my opinion, okay, for the future.
Exactly. For me, NFTs are all about the freedom I'm enjoying. We don't have the gatekeepers anymore. I have to pay the gallery fees anymore. I can just make my art. I can just market for myself. Although it's hard work, but I enjoy. And it's all about finding the home at the end of the day, because I feel seen, I feel understood, I feel like people are appreciating me, which we didn't get that much in real life, right? Like especially friends who are into digital art. The whole concept is very changed now, right? We are enjoying being home. What about you? How's the journey look like?
Yeah, I would say like that there's no way back, like especially for us creators, like I don't think we're ever going back, even if it's a bear market, whatever. Like I feel it's even more helpful to build brands in this state and then like get a true community that really supports your work and like really believe in you and your vision as an artist. So that's also why we want to like explore this part of the metaverse to like implement more services inside the metaverse so we actually can spend time there and like relate and feel identified with our avatars, our NFTs.
So true, so true. Yes, exactly. How are you building your community?
We are trying to build it like super organically. We're trying to, we did something really like crazy in the platform we dropped, which is crypto.com. We tried to do like almost free mint to build a community, as the speaker before me was saying.
Yes.
Like she suggested, like just give free works and then just build your community. Like they will spread the word, and that was exactly what happened to us. Like we started like by little, and right now we have a great community, which is kind of hard to do also in Web3. Like have a community that feels like home and family. So I think we're at that point, and we're still growing, and we have our third drop coming soon, and so super excited for the whole project and everything. Like it's unbelievable.
Exactly. Home is the word. And also I feel like to do well with anything in life, you have to surround yourself with the right sort of people who understand you, rather than shouting at the wrong crowd, like getting lost in the wrong crowd. So exactly. What's new? What are we expecting next from you? Do you have any plans? What's coming up next?
Yeah, okay, let's say that right now I'm working on many artistic projects, even for the Biennale of Venice and something like that. But right now I am even focused on a project called the Embrace Project.
Wow.
It's an artistic and socio-cultural project which has as a main goal to do good in art, in science, in medicine, in literature, and of course in charity. And for that I've been nominated in this January 2023, the only ambassador for the National Hugging Day. And in fact I really thanks Kevin Zabornet, who is the founder of this day. And I'm spreading all around the world a simply and very easy message. After the COVID, okay, we have been forced. During the COVID, we have been forced to stay in a social distance situation. My message to all of us is let's start embracing each other again. So this is very easy, very simple, but who hugs? People are embraced, but even ideas, they are embraced, and even visions, they are embraced. Which is the best vision right now for art and for the metaverse? They are the NFTs, because NFTs, they are the visions of the artists. So among the infinitive way in which artists can communicate, they will choose one, which is the vision of his, of her life, and they transform that in NFTs. So that's why, according to me, NFTs, they are so important for us and for the metaverse.
It's all about building bridges
It is.
in every way possible. I do host lots of Twitter spaces, and I have artists coming from all over the world, and doing every sort of art, from traditional to 3D to digital to animation to everything. And I feel like super blessed to be alive in this era where we are just experiencing a new revolution. And it's very important for us. I feel like happier because I feel, of course, getting seen. And social media, of course, plays a big role, huge role, like especially Twitter, does impact. And the constant support, constant feedback, we grow from there. Togetherness is the word. What's new for you? What's coming up next?
We're also working in different kind of things. We're super focused on giving a phygital experience, because I don't know if you can relate, but even though NFTs have brought like a huge focus on the digital aspect, obviously, of art, we'll still see that people are super interested in having like still the physical piece of art that you can grab and touch and like see in your house or in the gallery or whatever. So we're super focused on that. And at the other side, we're focused on the digital aspect, which I was talking about, of the tattoo shop in the metaverse, to allow also people to feel more identified with their avatars, like being able to personalize them. So for example, if I wanted my sleeve in my avatar, it doesn't matter if I'm human or male or female at that moment, or if I'm a dinosaur. If the dinosaur has my tattoos, like people can kind of identify me, and I feel way more identified with my avatar too. So it's kind of bringing that bridge of identity into metaverse too, even with avatars.
That's super cool. Super cool. Any question from the audience? Do we have any question? Any feedback? Any comments? Yes, please.
What are the most exciting things that you look forward to in the future?
So for me, is literally seeing how my limit grows as an artist, and like the way NFTs are pushing me as an artist, and like trying to combine all the techniques I have explored in my life. So I would say that's what excites me the most about the future of this industry. And like the imagination is the limit, and we're literally seeing how everything is built, so it's amazing.
Yeah, for me, let's say that I'm talking to you about, my vision of the future linked to metaverse and to NFTs, okay? Right now, the devices, they are not ready anymore. So when we will have the devices that are ready for augmented reality, I probably think that we will be able to live a life which is very different from this one. So right now, probably the only industry that is really interested in that, it's the brands industry, the B2B, but just because they want to convince their clients that this is the best way to convey the main message of their brands. But in general, I probably think that if we are able to do good in an ethic way, so not something just to sell something, okay, the reality will be definitely different, better than so.
Absolutely. I see, like for me, I'm just super excited to keep creating. I create a lot anyway. I'm not minting everything, but I create a lot. And I feel like we are just starting. The journey just started, and we are going to places. And the sky is limitless with NFTs and with all the opportunities. Yes, please.
You say that you're having a next drop. When it's going to be, and how can we get more information about that? It will be on April 18th. We already had 2 super successful drops, and this is going to be the 3rd, and then we're missing another one. And each drop has like its own set of utilities and giveaways and a lot of cool stuff, so be sure to check it out. It will be on the 18th of April. Metadose NFT, there's all the info.
Fantastic. What are the platforms you are on, and where can we find your work, Cesare?
Yeah, let's say that I'm a very fond of democratic idea of art. So after the minting, the first platform that I used was YouTube. It's quite about not strange, but I prefer spreading everything all around in a free way. But if you'd like to find something about me, you will find me in foundations, in OpenSea, and even in crypto.com. I'm working on many other artistic projects linked to NFTs, but I didn't mean that anymore because I signed some NDA, so I have to wait for that.
Okay. Any more questions? You can always reach us on Twitter as well. We have our Twitter accounts. And it was great talking. It was great discussing and meeting all of you. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you for the time.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you, everyone.